Hi student architecture 122. Today we discuss about chapter 8, presentation form. In current time we have many ways to do for presentation, and we have one assignment. I think that the last one, number 10 assignment, we need to do presentation. So you can select one of the best, presentation. You select which one you're familiar with or which one you feel interesting with. Right here I show you few of example from presentation, so you can use that the reference for your assignment later. For many people, they usually start with presentation with the side plan. You know that the side plan is the one you look at the bird view to look at the projects and around area. That's the side plan with direction and the scale, the title. Okay, so a lot of people use this one and they call that the side plan, and after that they show elevation. If they have the section, they can show the section, or they can show the detail one. Side plan, section, detail, and floor plan, elevation. This is on of the part they usually use on presentation. So in this one you can see the model they do for some kind like the elevation, the courtyard, the front face, the center, and the visitor center. They show some kind like interior elevation, and after that they show the model. You see that this is the model. After they draw on up the interior section, they do the model and they show in the presentation. This is the model, so you can see that's the model they show on of them in there. This is the model. So that's the one way to do presentation, because the model is the small scale and you can see whole projects before you start to do. So now in the private communication presentation, you can show like this. From the private, you can show, I can go with number 1 with a lot of the drawing, and after that the scale with the notes right here. And in here they can say the floor plan, elevation, section cut, or something more. They can show the paper like this, and they show detail on here. They also can show like each of them with the note on the left side, or the notes in the center with the detail both side, or they do very small one in the end. So that means many ways to do on presentation, and they can do like this is the 2-point perspective. They show that, and after that each of them they can show like elevation from each of them. They can show like the 2-point perspective with the eye view, and after that they can show the plane with direction, or they can show the detail one on here in the setup organized like this. So basically from 1 to 6 they can show the first one, very basic one about the drawing, scale, direction, and the note. Number 2, you divide many parts in there when you show. And number 3, you can do like vertical organize, and number 2 you can do horizontal organize. Number 4, you can add both different sides from each of them, and you can view all of them in there. Number 6, the dynamic perspective or 2D perspective, 2 viewpoint perspective, eye view perspective. They can do a number 6. So that's why this is some of organization you can learn, and you can use the reference if you want to do for presentation. This one is the grid format. They do on the CAD one with the grid line, and they show everything on there for the floor plan, elevation, and the perspective. So interior section, all of them, they show the ridge line also. So you can compare from the floor plan with the elevation of the section. This one in non-grid format, they have no ridge line, they just show you the form from the building. That's mean interior and exterior from the building. No ridge line. The other one, they can use the format. For example, they show the side plan, after that floor plan and elevation. They also can show the section with the detail for each of them, or the perspective viewpoint from the drawing, and they have the detail one. They also can share with you about the note with the detail, perspective, side plan, floor plan, elevation, or they can change and organize for perspective first, and after that elevation and the floor plan section at the end, something like that. And they say the side plan. So that means many ways to do on presentation. It depends how do you set up on the paper. This one is composite drawing. They draw whole of the floor plan and on the side plan, and they show you the travel paths from each of them. If they say have many, different building, and they can show you the travel paths from all of them. You see the error, so that's why they can see that's what they can view the space. How can they go from another space asset? Another composite drawing, they can show viewpoint, and after that they show the floor plan in different technology on digital, so they can focus on black and white color in the floor plan, and elevation something with this one. They show like different way in technology. The other one, they can show just the sketch from the floor plan. You can see that's the floor plan, and after that elevation with the sketch line only, and you need to assume or you need to guess what happened later. But they just show you very simple about the sketch one from the building on here. And it's a number 1 like this, number 2 like this, number 3 like that, and the digital. And you can see the projects look like that. They also can share with you about Axonometric Composite with the detail one. They can show you the detail interior section cut, so you can see the part inside from the building, or you can share with you about how the structure from that one. So that's one way to show the detail. This one, they show you the superimposed from composite drawing, and you can see that this one is very hard to see, but basically they can show you the plane, and after that they do elevation right here. This is the plane and the elevation right there. When you look at this one, you can see that it's so hard to get the idea from this one. So this is superimposed. This one is one panel presentation. You can use one of them, and you can share with the floor plan, elevation, and the section from this one. You can share the floor plan with the material with the elevation on one panel. And this is 4 panel presentation. You show the projects in different way. This is the side plan, and after that you have elevation, outside, exterior, elevation, and after that you turn for another side. You have the floor plan for each of them and elevation for each of them. You have 4 panels for total. So this is 4 sides from the building. This is section upstairs, and this is elevation, exterior elevation. Okay, so digital online right now we have a lot of presentation. They use digital, and a lot of the way they use is developed from one software to develop the projects. So that's why you look at this one, you see all of them they do digital, they not draw by hand, they use digital. So that's why you look at the model, you can see that's the huge one or the small one, and they have the scale with the people in there, and you can assume the height from the building, the shape from the building, and the color, everything they do digital. So, and after that they ask with the view outside for make sure that this one they want to share on presentation. Same thing like that on digital. So you can see all of them very digital. That's the last presentation I share with you today. So basically we have many different ways to show on presentation, and I hope that you can select one of the best one you like, you want to share with us on presentation. And one assignment will be with the presentation. I will give you the instruction later. I think that's assignment 10, 9 or 10, I think the 10. So later we will have the presentation, and you need to show which one you like to share and organize how you do for your presentation. Okay, that's it for the chapter, and see you next time.